Good morning, first graders. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the reading room. Okay, so you're probably wondering, why is there pie in Miss Sonos's room, right? We are going to be learning today and the rest of this week about author's purpose, the purpose for why the author wrote the stories. And it's easy as pie. And now I'm going to share my screen so that you know what I'm talking about, because you still might be like, why are you talking about pie? Okay, so author's purpose, okay? There's three reasons why an author would write a story for us to read, okay? And it spells out pie. P for persuasion, I for inform, and E for entertain, okay? So author's purpose is the why, right? Why did the author write that? Why, right? Yeah, we want to read it, right? He wanted to make money, he wanted to write a book or anything, but why did he do it? What was his purpose of writing the story? That is what you ask. Why did the author write this? The reason for the text or the story. It's as easy as pie. So the author's purpose, say it with me. Author's purpose is the why. Yeah, it's the why did the author write this? Why? You have to ask yourself after you read a story, you go, wonder why the author wrote that. Why did he or she want me to read this story? It's as easy as pie, so I'll help you. Okay, so I told you, P-I-E spells pie, and there's that cute little pie right there. So the P, again, I'm going to tell you what those big words, because there's a big words that stand for P, is for persuasion. I will tell you on the next slide what that means. I is for inform. I'll tell you about that later on the week. And E is for entertain. Now, I think most of you know what the word entertain means. So that one's the easiest one, I think, for E, for easy and for entertainment. So we are going to talk about today the first piece of our pie, the P for persuasion. Yeah, that's my hand, my Bitmoji hand, putting a lot of whipped cream on that first piece of our pie, okay? So persuasion, can you say that? Persuasion, persuasion, persuasion. Yeah, persuasion. The author is trying to get the reader to do or believe something. Okay, if you're going to persuade someone, if I want to persuade someone that pizza is the best food out there, right? I would persuade them by telling them good things about the pizza because I want them to believe pizza is the best thing, best food too. Okay. You're persuading someone. You're trying to change someone's mind or have them believe something that you also believe in. So persuasion is the author wrote this story or a story or a text or something, wrote the story to get us, the reader, to do or believe something. Okay. And I'm going to give you an example. Yeah, you know who that is. The pigeon, right? Believe it or not, the pigeon books, it's like all about persuasion, all about that pigeon trying to get us to let him do something. And the author is trying to say, or maybe that bus driver, right? He's trying to persuade us not to let the pigeon do that thing. So examples, right? Remember don't let the pigeon, I might be in the way here, but behind me is Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus book. That's the book, the first one we ever read with the pigeon book. Right? And here is examples of the pigeon trying to persuade us. Remember, that's that big word, trying to get us to let him do something, let him drive the bus. So he says, I'll be your best friend. How about I give you $5? What's the big deal? It's just a bus. No fair. I bet your mom would let me. I have dreams, you know. Fine. And that last one, he's just mad, right? But those are some examples of how he was trying to say, hey, persuading us like, hey, just let me drive the bus. I'll give you $5. Or what's the big deal? It's just a bus, right? Or I'll be your best friend if you let me. Now, those are not good reasons why to just let someone do something. But he's trying his best to persuade us, to get us to change our mind on something. And about the time where he wanted a puppy, right? He was trying to persuade us that he knew how to take care of a puppy. He did not. Remember, he was like, oh, you water it and it gets plenty of sun, right? Then I think he was persuading us to not take a bath, right? Remember that story? He was trying to get us like, oh, I'm not smelly. Like, oh, the flies are there. That's normal, right? He was trying to get us, persuade us to not have to take a bath. And he ended up liking it anyway. So in this story I'm going to read, I'm going to stop sharing my screen soon, is if you ever want to bring an alligator to school, don't. Now, it is a little bit of entertaining book too, but this author's trying to persuade you just by the title, right? If you were thinking of bringing an alligator to school, don't. And he's probably gonna, or I think it's she, at least the author is gonna try to tell us in a funny way why we should not bring an alligator to school and what could go wrong. Okay. That seems pretty silly to me. But so this is our first piece of the pie for the author's purpose. Okay, we're going to read this story. And by the end, we're going to really know, okay, why did the author write this story for us? And it's going to be silly too, but that's okay. I like entertaining all the time. Okay, so if you ever want to bring an alligator to school, don't, by Elise Parsley. Your teacher does not want you to bring an alligator to school, and you don't want to either. Trust me. That's what the back says. I have to see, would I be okay with you bringing an alligator to Zoom school? Wouldn't be my problem, right? It'd kind of be your parents' problem. No. Don't bring alligators to Zoom school either. Okay, so here they're at the school when they go into school, not just Zoom school. Okay. All right. If your teacher tells you to bring something for nature, for show and tell, she means a stick, a bird's nest, or some rocks. She does not want you to bring an alligator. I think I'm going to speak for all teachers. If we said to bring in something for show and tell for nature themed, we would probably not want you to bring in an alligator. And I think I'm going to speak for first grade here. Yeah, no alligators for show and tell, not real ones. If you bring an alligator anyway, she'll tell you that alligators are trouble. You'll tell her that it's okay and that you know all about alligators. This alligator will be quiet and good and you won't eat anyone. Cross your heart. Okay. Now, this little girl is trying to persuade, right? She's trying to persuade the teacher saying, oh, he'll be good. Like, he won't bother anyone. Like, I promise, right? But here come some examples of how the author's trying to persuade us not to bring an alligator to school. But during spelling, your teacher will hear laughing. Wait, first I want you to see, look, they're doing CHs, cha-cha-cha, for their spelling. Cool. Uh-oh. So he's not paying attention. He drew a picture. Do you see that picture? This is because the alligator will be showing you a funny picture. Oh, no. Your teacher will write your name on the board. And now you have to stand last in line for lunch. You'll take away the crayons and tell the alligator to be quiet and wait for show and tell. Okay. So what's kind of like reason number one? Why would the author try to persuade you not to bring an alligator to school? He can get you into trouble. Look, they're not paying attention, and he draw a picture of eating the teacher. It might be funny, but that's not okay. It's trouble. Then during the art, an airplane will fly across the room. This is because the alligator will be showing you origami. Oh my goodness, look at all the things he made in art. Oh boy. Your teacher will draw a check by your name. Yikes. So she's in like double trouble right now. And now you'll have to stay in from recess. You'll take away the paper and order the alligator to be good and wait for show and tell. Yikes. So another reason why you shouldn't bring an alligator to school. Again, he's getting you into trouble. He's not listening to teacher. He's not paying attention in school. During math, you'll notice the alligator is hungry. Oh my goodness. You'll give the alligator 3 pieces of your favorite gum and beg him not to eat anyone for Pete's sake and wait for show and tell. The good thing is that you'll stop him from eating any kids. The bad thing is that alligators will smack and twirl their gum. So he was about to eat a kid. That's another reason why you should not bring an alligator to school. So she gives him gum, right? But they said smack and twirl, like be really loud with it. Oh God, and then messy with it. And your teacher will notice. Look at all the gum everywhere. Ugh. She'll draw 2 more checks by your name and an underline. And now you'll have to go to the principal's office after school. Oh, another reason why you shouldn't bring an alligator to school. During lunch, you won't even get to eat your egg and cheese sandwich because somebody will gobble up everything but the crust. Who's that somebody? The alligator, right? Another reason why the author's persuading us, don't bring an alligator to school. Why? He's going to eat your lunch. Yeah, that's not cool. By now, of course, you'll wish you brought a stick or a bird's nest or some sparkly rocks for show and tell instead of an alligator. By now, you'd rather have some dirt than an alligator. You'll wish this alligator would just go home. Well, here's what I would do if I were you. So you're in this mess, right? You brought an alligator, you didn't listen, you didn't think it through. Well, she's going to tell us what to do. First, At show and tell, you'll sit quietly and learn about sticks and birds' nests and sparkly rocks. Then it'll be your turn. Oh, she's not happy right there, right? I can tell this because I'm looking at her face and she's grumps her. You'll tell how alligators are super big. Wowie wow, 12 feet. And how alligators have over 74 super sharp teeth. That's a lot of teeth. And how alligators are super tough. In fact, they're strong and they're tough and they aren't scared of anything except other alligators and humans. She's tricking him now? Your teacher will be, oh my goodness, look, she tricked the alligator. She tricked him saying, you're afraid of people. And look, the alligator's running away. That's one way to get rid of him. Your teacher will be impressed. You might not even have to go to the principal's office for all the mischief that day. Mischief is kind of like all the problems and trouble that day. She's taking a vow. But then again, you might have to. Why does she still have to go to the principal's office? Yeah. She brought the alligator part of his hair. It's the airplane stuck in his ear. There's gum all over those kids. So she's still in trouble, even though the alligator left. Yeah, if you ever want to bring an alligator to school, don't. They're trouble. Major trouble. Look at that craziness. He was hiding in the locker. Okay, so did Elise, the author, give us enough reasons? Did she persuade us enough to not bring an alligator to school? Yeah, I think so. I don't want to get in trouble at school, right? I don't want him to almost eat my friends. I don't want him to eat my lunch, right? I don't want to have to go to the principal's office. Yeah, I think she gave a lot of good reasons in that book to persuade us not to bring an alligator to school. So I think, could you guys promise, right? Promise not to bring a real alligator to school or to Zoom school? And here, you promise? Whew. We don't want any disasters, right? Okay, so that was why the author wrote the story, to persuade us not to do something in this one. Now, today, when you read a story, maybe it's at home, maybe it's in that little library I have underneath my smartboard, or at RAS Kids, try to figure out, try to think, why did the author write this story? Were they persuading you? Or maybe they just wanted to make you laugh. We'll learn more about informing and entertaining this week. But maybe the author was trying to convince you, persuade you to do something or believe in something. Okay, now I'm going to persuade you. I'm persuading you. Please watch all the other teachers' videos, right? They have so much to teach you today. Okay, and try your best. Did I do a good job? Please persuade. There's so much to learn out there. And the teachers love having you there. Okay, have a great day.